The Ant and the Grasshopper. One bright day in late autumn, a family of ants were bustling about in the warm sunshine, drying out the grain they had stored up during the summer. On the way to their work, they see a grasshopper singing and playing violin. One of the ants asked, "Hey, grasshopper friend, why don't you collect food for winter?" The grasshopper kept singing and replied, "I will collect food tomorrow." Next day morning, the family of ants again went out to gather food. The grasshopper was relaxing. The ant asked again, "Didn't you say that you will be storing food for winter today?" The grasshopper angrily replied, "Can't you see? I am relaxing. Mind your own work." The ants continued collecting food. Day by day passed, and the grasshopper had not collected a little food. One night, a heavy snowstorm came, and the grasshopper was starving. The grasshopper searched for food nearby, but there was no luck. The grasshopper went to the ant's house and knocked. "Is anybody home?" The ant opens the door, and there the grasshopper asks for some food. "What?" cried the ants in surprise. "Hadn't you stored anything away for the winter? What in the world were you doing all last summer?" "I didn't have time to store up any food," whined the grasshopper. "I was so busy making music that before I knew it, the summer was gone." The ants shrugged their shoulders in disgust. "Making music, were you?" they cried. "Very well. Now dance." And they turned their backs on the grasshopper and went on with their work. There's a time for work and a time for play. The end.
Finny's Adventures. Once upon a time, under the deep blue sea, lived a tiny yellow fish named Finny. Finny loved to read. His favorite books were about colorful sea creatures and hidden treasures. Today, Finny was 3 years old. His mom had baked him a big cake for his birthday. Once he gobbled up yummy cake, he asked his mom,
"Mom, can I ask you something for my birthday?"
"Sure, Finny. What do you want?"
"Can we go on an adventure today? I want to see those shiny sparkly thingies hidden in the big treasure chest."
Of course we can. I know a short route that can take us to the treasure chest, and we will be back home just in time for dinner. Finny squealed with joy. He was finally going to see the shiny treasure he read about in all his adventures. Mom and Finny crossed the beautiful corals and happily swam towards the treasure chest. They were happily swimming towards their adventure when they saw a giant purple octopus sleeping in the middle of their way. Finny looked up at Mom and asked in a hushed tone,
"How are we going to go ahead now?"
Mom thought for a second and replied, "There is only one way. We have to wake up Mr. Octopus." Looking up at the giant octopus, Finny sure was scared. But Mom assured him not to worry and encouraged him to wake up Mr. Octopus so they could move ahead. So he bravely stood in front of the giant sleeping creature and said,
Mr. Octopus? Mr. Octopus, can you please wake up?"
Mr. Octopus woke up to the small sound and was surprised to see tiny Finny waving up Mr. Octopus from his deep slumber, but Finny informed him he was just too excited about his trip to the treasure chest. Not to keep Finny waiting any more from his adventure, Mr. Octopus stepped aside to let them through. Finny said his goodbyes, and along with Mom, they swam ahead to their destination. On their way, Finny saw a big blue jellyfish floating around. It had long tentacles, and its head was just like a big round umbrella. Finny also met merrily dancing orange starfish. He was enjoying his time and was glad his mom took him on this adventure. Finny was swimming through colorful corals happily, when suddenly a giant red crab sitting on a big rock caught Finny's attention. Scared, he quickly hid behind his mom. Mom lovingly hugged scared Finny and said, "Don't worry, Finny. Krabby is just resting. He doesn't mean to harm us. Look, he is waving at you." His mom was right. Krabby just wanted to say hi. Finny happily waved him and then moved along his merry way. Just when they turned the corner, Finny saw a big green mama turtle and a baby turtle riding on her back. Baby turtle hopped down from Mama's back and hurriedly swam next to Finny and said,
Hi, I am Teddy. Are you on your way to the treasure chest to see sparkly thingies? Hello, I am Finny. Yes, I am. But how did you know? It's the only way. And when I saw you swimming towards it, I just knew. Finny, should we all swim together? It will be so much fun.
Finny turned to his mom to ask, and she agreed happily. Both kids were happy to have found each other and were enjoying themselves. They also played hide and seek on their way. Finny counted, and Teddy quickly hid inside his shell. Finny looked around, but he couldn't find Teddy. So he called out,
Teddy! Teddy! Where are you?
While Finny was calling for Teddy, he stumbled upon a giant shell. It was similar to Teddy's. Suddenly, two eyes were twinkling from the shell, and Finny screamed loudly.
Don't be scared, Finny. It's just me, you silly.
Finny was surprised when Teddy came out of his shell. He now understood it was Teddy hiding in his shell. Everyone laughed at Finny's silliness and started their journey again. Finally, kids reached their destination and found the treasure chest full of sparkly thingies shining bright. They were happy and couldn't believe their eyes.
Look at them, Teddy. They're shinier than I saw them in my book. I agree, Finny. They are so sparkly.
Both kids were happily admiring the treasure they found when a giant shadow fell over them. They turned around and were shocked to see a big, scary creature looking at them. Yes, it was none other than a big gray shark standing over them. Kids were scared and didn't know what to do. The giant shark asked, looking at both kids.
So you both are stealing from my treasure chest?
Once he got to know that it was Kid's adventure trip and Finny's birthday too, he gave each one of them gold sparkly coins to remember this day. Both kids jumped up and down with joy and thanked Mr. Shark for his wonderful gift.
Bye-bye, Mr. Shark. Thank you for the wonderful gift.
Bye-bye, little ones. See you soon.
Both kids were happy that their adventure to Treasure Chest was exciting and fun. Before saying their goodbyes, Teddy and Finny decided that they would meet again the next day to play hide and seek. Finny thanked his mom for making his birthday so special. Mom kissed him goodnight, and Finny went to sleep, happily dreaming of yet another adventure. The